head is full of questions, and the sky is full of rain. When I'm worrying about what I can't change, I take a look at my reflection and try to make a funny face. And for a second all my sorrows melt away. As if we just smile, we can forget all of our troubles for a while. We can just live inside this moment. You and I get through the darkness, knowing we'll find the light. If we just smile, if we just smile, yeah, if we just smile.
One of the things that I love about being an officiant is to see a couple that comes together. But some weddings feel more special than others. And you feel like you're part of destiny. And so here we have these high school sweethearts that are choosing to become one.
If we just smile, we can forget all of our troubles for a while. We can just live inside this moment. You and I get through the darkness, knowing we'll find the light.
One of the questions that I like to ask a couple is how did they meet and what were their first impressions of one another? And Michelle talks about, seeing Edric for the first time and seeing his long flowing lots of hair. And of course, obviously, it hasn't changed. And I'm a little jealous of that. But then, of course, Edric sees this girl who's pretty, she's cute, but he also thinks she's with my group of friends who are all guys. There's no way that she's gonna last. But yet, here she is.
Right, so where to start? Edric and I have been best friends since we were crapping in our pants, basically. Before we can even form words, we've been best friends. And in the middle of high school, he hits me up. He says, hey, I'm talking to this girl. What do? I give him the advice, just go for it, man. And I'm so glad I gave him that advice because it's really rare that you meet someone who is identical to yourself. You guys are walking the same path, and I want you to walk that path forever. I love you guys.
Hi guys, I'm Tran. I just want to tell y'all, I take full credit for why this is happening. Okay, what the dude in the beginning over there said is true. I did all of this. Okay, so in high school I met Edric. I remember I met him through Alvin. It was kind of random, but I saw this dude with long black hair, and he looked like some a really cute Polynesian girl. I don't know, but so I don't know. Right when I met him, we kind of clicked right away. I don't know. We laughed at dumb stuff. I don't know. We kind of, and I feel like I knew literally 60% of people in this room before I met you guys, because he talked about you guys all the time. It's pretty nuts.
Darkest of nights, I love
during high school, we were sophomores, and during that time, summer, we got into this game called MapleStory, like really into it. We played every single day, talked every single night on Ventrilo and stuff like that. And then junior year started, and I was in typing class with Michelle. And one day I was on this website on the computer, right? And I was on a website called Basil Market, which is a website for the video game. And you kind of like, it's like an auction website. And she sat behind me. And after class, I feel like a tap, and I hear, "Hey," and I was like, "What?" And she was like, "You play MapleStory," and I was like, "Yeah." And then we just exchanged like usernames, and then got home, talked to her that night, and I was like, like, who do you hang out with at lunch? And she said, "Nobody." So I was like, just come hang out with us. And like the next day, she came out, met our friends. It was easy. It wasn't like, "Oh, girl," And after a few weeks of hanging out with us, I actually got sick or concussed. And I didn't go to school for like 2 days. And the first day, they both texted me while they were at school and, during the lunchtime. They said, "I feel better," and stuff like that. And then I was like, "Oh, thank you." Then the next day, I got a text from her, and she goes, "What's Edric's number?" I was like, "Wait a minute." I was like, "You're right there. Fucking ask her." So I gave it to her. I was like, "Oh, this is kind of cool, This is gonna be kind of dope." And yeah, you guys are here now, and this is pretty amazing. I'm very happy for you guys. This is really nutty.
Who did you meet, like in falling in love? How did you fall in love? And Michelle says that she fell in love with this guy who's easy to talk to, willing to fight for their relationship, easy to get along with, one that she wanted to share life with, and more importantly, someone who loves her for being her. And then he fell in love, and I love this, when I asked Edric, "What did you fall in love with about Michelle?" And his answer was, everything. That was his answer. But also this woman who's unique, who's independent, who's smart, brave, caring, and who's willing to accept him for all of his flaws. And so here we are with you in your moment.
My dearest Edric, when we first met, I had no idea you'd be the person I've been waiting for. I was a meek 17-year-old who was happy to finally find a group of friends who had similar interests as me. I'd often listen to you, talk to her friends at school, and would want to join the convo, but we would be too shy to speak up. But when we finally spoke to each other, for the first time, I felt ecstatic to find someone who gets me. It's hard to explain it, but with you, I could talk for hours about anything and everything. I became such a talkative and hyper person when I'm with you. Yet you listen to me wholeheartedly, and we'd laugh or joke about the stupidest topics. You quickly realized that I'm not really as quiet as I seemed. You brought out my personality, and you loved me for being me. An anime nerd, a sweet tooth, an obnoxious karaoke singer. You have so many talents, and you taught me so many things. From skateboarding, food portion control, and how to clutch it in Valorant. Whenever we want to start a new hobby or go somewhere spontaneously, you'll happily tag along because you're not afraid to try out new things. I feel like with you, we can do anything and everything if we set our mind to it. But more than anything, I want to promise a few things to you for our future together. I promise to love you with all my heart, even if sometimes you eat my whole bag of hot fries at night. I promise to continue strengthening our passions together, such as waking up early for jiu-jitsu to train. I promise to be honest and faithful to you, such as not watching the next episode of any show we're watching by myself. And I promise to be the wife you've always wanted by being the most sincere and kind person you fell in love with, especially to our kids. I promise to always sing my heart out on our road trips so we lose our voices by the end of the trip. And lastly, I promise to be with you at all times, whenever you need me. Just call out to me and I'll be there. Especially when we play video games, because I'll always be your player too.
To be honest, when we started writing our vows, I didn't know where to start because there's so much I can say. But one night while we were brushing our teeth and getting ready for bed, you jokingly said, "You should write a rap for your vows." And then continued to laugh and beatbox obnoxiously, which actually got me thinking. So I didn't write a rap, but I did write a poem, and it's not a poem if it doesn't rhyme, right? So here goes. It's crazy how we even made it here and had the strength to persevere. Through all the hardships where we really grew, you stood with me, so now I stand with you. I believe that all the challenges we faced till now have led me here to write this vow. I vow to always put you first, to take care of you when at your worst. I vow to always give the best of me, to make you proud of the man you see. When times get rough, I vow to stick around, even when we sleep and you snore and it's loud. I vow to be the light if you ever lose your way, to hug you when you cry watching sad anime. I vow to make you smile, and I vow to make you laugh, show kindness and compassion with the time that we have. I vow to be your shield, umbrella in the rain, to fill your heart with joy each and every day. And standing here today with everyone we love, I vow to give my all and all of the above. The end.
Good job. I love you so much, and I'm grateful to have met you when I least expected it. You made me realize that love is more than just two people being together. It's a lot of work to get to where we are. But you and I never gave up. You are my person, and without you, I wouldn't be me. Here comes the cheesy part. Thank you for choosing me to be your starter Pokemon. You leveled me up and chose me to be your number one. And I will always fight for you wherever we go.
And now, Edric, the moment that you've been waiting for, you may kiss your bride. Wow. Did it get a little hot in here? Ooh, I think the temperature just went up a little bit. So ladies and gentlemen, presenting for the first time as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Paredes.
From high school to college and now, I've watched you two grow up and finally make it to the next level of your life together. I remember when Michelle used to play it cool at school, in high school, and whenever she's around Edric, but once she comes home, she talks about him with a giant smile and giggles. Michelle giggles like it was the perfect first date every single time. They were always playing video games together, watching anime, singing all of the openings and endings, and whispered at night until they fell asleep on the phone. Like, I would literally wake up to go to school, and her phone is on her face. They were so inseparable, but I knew that she had found the one. Edric, we had science together with Alvin. And you were always the goofball who talked way too much. So when Michelle told me that you guys were dating, I was like, oh God, help me. Oh no. But seeing how you treat my sister and how she laughed and how she treasures every memory that you guys had together, and you can see the heart in her eyes, you know, those heart eyes, then I know that you've been doing the right thing. I'm glad that it's the two of you, and welcome to the family. Congrats, you guys.
I will go with you. Watch the ocean kiss the moon. Run away with me. Where the morning paints the scene. We're the fire, we're the glow. We found love, we won't let go. In the twilight of the night, see the colors burst in the sky. Watch the world fade away. We're wide awake.
To speak on behalf of both of us, because I know Michelle's probably gonna cry, and I probably will too during this. But I just wanted to start off by saying thank you to everyone who came. This means like a lot to us. First of all, like to even start everything off, like I want to thank like all the vendors and everything, like everyone from Mario to Chelsea to Sabrina to Maya. You guys are like amazing, and without you guys, none of this would even be possible right now. So I want to, if we could give a round of applause to them for even doing this. And then after that, I want to thank. Oh, where's Chris Rock though? I gotta. And then after that, I want to thank my friends and family that came all the way from Vegas, because like, yeah, the biggest thing for me was enjoying this day with like my family and friends here in Los Angeles, and the fact that this is our second marriage. We've done this already out in Vegas.
It's our 1 year anniversary.
And it's literally our 1 year anniversary. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, sorry. Let me take that back. This is actually our third marriage, because the first time we got married in Maple Story due to Tram. So that up there, we were married in the video game too.
Yeah.
So this is actually the third, so third time's a charm. But yeah, so we wanted to thank our friends that came all the way out here. They drove in the fucking dead of night to get here and to be with us today. So we love you guys for that. And then last, I don't want to tear up, but I just want to thank all of you guys, because each one of you guys, everyone here today made like the biggest impact in both of our lives. So we just wanted to have a day to spend with all of you. So thank you.
Come on.
Yeah, we love you guys, and please eat more, drink more, party more, and let's fuck it up tonight. Let's go.